tumeona na dunia mzima wajue. Hapa Nyahururu mnasema namna gani? Kasongo aende ainuke kanadaka inuke.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Duffy Updates, where today we will be discussing about a very important subject involving none other than the Kenyan President William Samoei Ruto. Obviously, it matters politics, and I believe by watching this video up to the end, you will have understood something very important that is currently happening in the Republic of Kenya. Mtazamaji wangu, kuna jambo muhimu sana ambalo limetokea out of nowhere na watu wajui hili jambo limekuja aje. Mtazamaji wangu, there are two specific videos that I'm going to let you watch. One video, you are going to observe two politicians speaking, and in another video, it's basically about an ordinary Kenyan making some remarks which are very important, which zina shape, they are shaping where our discussion is going to head. So currently, if I were to ask you a question about President William Ruto's leadership, a question on whether you think or you believe or how after observing things currently at this state, if you are to be asked if President William Samoei Ruto was going to end up as a winner in the 2027 general elections, what will the answer be? Considering everything, considering the criticism, considering also the praises from the people who he has been empowering, the people who say he's working, try to be observant and just watch everything. And then in the comment section, I want to know your answer and tell me where you're watching this video from. Tell me, if everything remains the same as it is right now and we go to 2027, do you think President William Samoei Ruto would end up winning the 2027 presidency? That's one. Number two, will he end up losing the 2027 general elections? Or you can also comment and say maybe you don't know, and you can also, if you don't care, you can say it doesn't concern you anything. I want your honest opinion, your honest remarks on that one. There's a research which I'm trying to do, and it's going to help a lot. And the other reason why I've asked that question is because it involves what we are talking about today. So it's evident, it's clear that President William Samoei Ruto will go down in history as the president who received much criticism than any other president in his first 2 years. As we stand right now, the government has been in power for 3 years. I don't know if you have noticed, time really flies, and muda unakimbia sana mtazamaji wangu. So it's already 3 years zinaenda zimetamatika, meaning that the Kenya Kwanza government only has 2 years to accomplish the things which they promised to Kenyans they were going to do before the next general elections. And considering that campaigns most usually start 6 years before elections, or 6 months or 8 months, that means that we only have about a year and a half for the government to work and deliver on its promises, on the things which they promised every Kenyan. So I want us to observe a lot of things, but the president will go down as the first ever Kenyan president to receive a lot of criticism, rejection in his first 2 years or 3 years. And this is something which we can see. There is evidence that there is online news, videos, things showing how the first 2 years of other president has been the first 2 years of President William Samoei Ruto. And it is evident. We can discuss about that. Everybody sees that. Don't worry about this market. Something spilled. I hope it's not bothering you. But the rejection of William Samoei Ruto for a time there, about a month ago, seemed like it was heading down. No more heckling. People were actually praising him. People were saying, he is working. And people are now coming into terms that President William Samoei Ruto, people just need to give him time to deliver, and he's going to deliver. And for about a month, everything was quiet. I've been coming back to these statements, and I hope you understand it's because they are very important. The two reasons which, according to me, I believe, which were making that happen is number one, the head of opposition, who we can clearly see is none other than Rigathi Gachagua, because he's the one who has been much vocal. He's the one who has been having the motion. He is controlling the masses. He was out of the country. And also, the second thing is because of the CHAN tournament. But now, as we are speaking, it seems like President William Samoei Ruto is now starting to get chased and rejected and insulted in different parts of the country. And it's happening probably because of the two reasons which were making it not happen in the first place about a month ago. The two variables, which is Rigathi Gachagua, who was not in the country, then the CHAN tournament, which was heavily supported by Kenyans as they were supporting or matching their support to Harambee Stars. Now that Harambee Stars was taken out, Kenyans are now feeling like they don't have anything else to do. And this one has shocked me a lot, because it seems like Kenyans are only, most of them, rejecting and chasing and talking bad about William Samoei Ruto, maybe because it's something which they feel it's cool. I want to hear your opinion on this, because I don't get this. Or am I not the one? Am I the one who is maybe not observing things clearly? Ladies, before we even talk further, let me welcome you to Duffy Updates. This is your number one news channel where we bring to you latest political news. We just come here and talk politics, try to understand what's really happening in the political arena in the Republic of Kenya. And I've noticed that this channel is usually watched by a very big majority of people watching from out of the Republic of Kenya. So for us to get to a position where we can reach a bigger audience, I hope we are going to go on well, maybe in a video. In one video in English, the other ones in Swahili. I hope you will bear with me, and because this is a large family, so I know for Kenyans, most of them understand English, but will also be advantageous to the ones who don't understand Swahili. But also other times we are going to be using Swahili. So I've noticed that the channel is watched very much out of the country, and I really appreciate the support. So for those few who have not yet subscribed to Duffy Updates, this is a place where we talk politics, we discuss, we try to understand them well, and it will be really fun, and it will bring a lot of joy to see our community continue to grow. For that to happen, you only have to subscribe to this channel, click the thumbs up button, and finally click the notification icon on, so that next time when we upload a new video, YouTube will automatically recommend it to you. So thank you, may God bless you, and let us continue with our today's update. So on the topic of the day of President William Samoei Ruto, now people making it a subject to go back to rejecting him. I want you to listen to this phrase. Wakenya wanasema sasa CHAN imeisha, sasa turudi kwa kureject William Samoei Ruto. Am I the one who is not understanding that statement well? It means like people are rejecting William Samoei Ruto, ama wanamheko, wanasema Ruto must go because they have nothing else to do. As much as the government has a lot of reasons to get blamed for this, because of to get blamed for Kenyans not having anything else to do, we also have to try and look at other reasons why Kenyans are saying this. As much as Rigathi Gachagua was out of the country, the CHAN tournament was playing a very big part of making William Samoei Ruto get this warm welcoming, warm reception. Kenyans were not concentrating with the things of saying Ruto must go. They just wanted to go out there, follow football, see how the results are going to come out. But after the Kenyan team was knocked out, aya mambo yameanza kurudi. I want you to watch at this specific video of this Kenyan saying, now that CHAN tournament is over, we are back to rejecting William Ruto. Watch this video, and I hope you really understand point ambayo I'm trying to put across. Hebu tazama.
Attempted to do. Now that tumetolewa CHAN, we can now go back to a normal default setting of fighting William Samoei Ruto and his ridiculous government. Now, one of the things that he attempted to do a couple of days ago is selling off Kenya Pipeline. Now, for those of you who don't know, Kenya Pipeline is a national strategic asset. This is because every single liter of petrol, diesel, and aviation fuel we consume in this country has to go through Kenya Pipeline. Now, a private investor will only be motivated to increase his profit, meaning the Kenyan consumer of fuel will no longer be cushioned by the government on how much it will charge to transport diesel or petrol.
Kufikia hapo, you have already understood the point that I'm trying to put across. Kenyans are finding things which Ruto has done bad, and they will recommend maybe them not to be done the way Ruto has done, and they are talking about them. But why were these things not happening when Chan ilikuwa inachezwa? I believe Kenyans have this feeling of we don't want Ruto. Awe ni mzuri, awe ni mbaya. We are just tired of President William Samoei Ruto. There are people who are opposing William Samoei Ruto because hawapendi uongozi wake, hawapendi jinsi ambavyo he is making promises and not delivering, and they have varied reasons, and they have the right to oppose the president and just have their own point of view. But also at the same time, we have to agree that there are people who are opposing the president for no reason, just because they feel like I just have to oppose. I don't have a legit reason, I don't have a specific reason, but I feel like just opposing. I feel like there are a lot of Kenyans who are like that, and I like you to tell me if you also think so or believe so. Tell me there in the comment section. And it's because the reason why I'm talking about this is because I've tried to figure out why are Kenyans suddenly now they are even talking about making sure Ruto goes home early in the morning. Even maybe they are planning of coming out to march in the streets. They are even begging for the government to do something that will anger them so that they can go back to the streets. Why is this happening? It's a question which I don't yet have an answer, but I believe is because of the atmosphere, because of the feeling, because of how the Kenyan people have just adapted to the lifestyle of opposing William Samoei Ruto for a very long time. They feel like they have to oppose the president throughout his regime. Even you'll find out even at the final year, they will still be opposing the president. Whether even if he accomplishes the things ambazo alisema, there still will be a very big number of Kenyans who will say President William Samoei Ruto must go. Ruto must go. I want you to watch this video from NYAHURURU of these two readers saying that Kasongo, or Ruto as they call him, will be sent home early in the morning when we get to the election day. Check this video.
Hebu nione na dunia mzima wajue hapa NYAHURURU mnasema namna gani Kasongo aende ainuke kanataka inuke kiroko tene hapo nabukia kia UDA matokora kiodo akaradi na mheshimiwa baki wake ojoi na jetu wakagiri na bukio ndio maugire transition na sio rago ne mwatekerania nani ogwo ne mogo duraki understanding igetikia governor keiki gwetoke twarogoro because I must be an understanding mother. Sidi kweli. God bless you, God do you good. Let me invite my brother Mheshimiwa Kamatu, because I doubt whether he made his remarks. You just come say hello na utuambie kama uko kwa kiti ama umehama na kama uko bado kwa DCP. Mimi ndiye women league leader chama ya DCP, na sisi tuko tayari kuleta mapinduzi na kuhakikisha huyu mtu anaitwa Kasongo tumepeleka nyumbani. Wapi makofi ya kilo ya mbunge wenu chama ya DCP Mheshimiwa Kamato?
Asante sana Mama Simba. Hebu tupigie Mama Simba makofi. Asante sana, nilikuwa hapa na tukaongea, hii ni harusi ya dadi, lakini hiyo wakati niliwauliza harusi ni mara ngapi, wakasema ni one time. Sasa tukisema kisiasa ndio tunasema ni one term. Ati tunasema ni one term. Na Laikipia West ikiwa one term, Mungu mapenzi yake tufike 2027 Kamau wa Kamatu anawauliza mpatie kiti ya mbunge kwa sababu wale wengine walishindwa na kazi. Semeni.
Well, as we have heard katika ile video mtazamaji wangu, those Nyahururu leaders or aspirant who are planning to maybe win different positions using the DCP ticket come 2027 are saying that Ruto needs to go, and they are asking the residents if they want Ruto to go, and the residents are very loudly saying Ruto must go, we are going to send him home. And I'm just asking myself a lot of questions on this matter of why were this video not coming out when the CHAN tournaments were happening, when Gachagua was out of the country. And I just feel like, that's my opinion. I believe that there are Kenyans who have varied reasons. They are analyzing everything, and after putting everything together, they come out with a decision that this country can be managed better and Ruto is not the person. But also at the same time, there are people who are opposing the president for no reason. And I think I've emphasized this point a lot. I've tried to make it very understandable, but I also don't want to be one-sided. There is also the probability that the reason why during that 1 month people are not getting to see these videos, people are not talking about Ruto must go, people are not talking about one term, maybe the government had really done a very good thing in distracting Kenyans. You know, this is the thing. In my early days of analyzing politics, I did not understand if this was actually a thing, that the government sits down and tries to come up with things which they believe if they go out there they are going to distract Kenyans, and Kenyans are not going to focus on what they should be focusing on. Maybe it's checking the government and things like that. I believe the CHAN tournament was a very good distraction to the Kenyan people, and President William Samoei Ruto, with his genius skills, you know, he's a doctor. The fact that Ruto came from being a village person, he went to school, university, he graduated, got into politics, became an MP a number of times, fought his way up to where he is. You know, he defeated the previous regime even with state machinery. A lot of people don't still understand how he did that, and I also don't know, because that's something which people are saying is out of this, it's out of the understanding of it's out of the ordinary. You don't expect that to happen. So he's very smart in the head. That's one thing that we have to give him. So he made very good use of the CHAN tournament to a level where Kenyans were very distracted, and they forgot that they were saying Ruto must go a day or 2 days ago. So that's also a probability. So I've tried to write down all the possible reasons why the current haya mambo yanaweza kurudi, and I like to know, according to you, why do you think where do you think these conversations will be heading? Do you think that we are going to see more rejections coming up soon? Do you think we are going to see readers going away from President William Samoei Ruto now that we are nearing the 2027 general elections? Or do you think that Ruto will continue receiving support and eventually everything will die down, just like it had died for that 1 month when CHAN tournament were happening and when the former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua was out of the country? As you are speaking, I have something on Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua is expected to be addressing Citizen TV tonight at 9 p.m. and this is the Gachagua address at Citizen Television. Tuesday, August 26th, 2025, that is today. So I believe he will be talking on a number of issues, trying to explain and show why he believes he is a good fit for the next general election and why this regime should be changed as fast as possible. You know, Rigathi Gachagua is very passionate, and he is very determined to see that William Samoei Ruto and his government goes down, just like the way they shot him down through the impeachment and everything that has happened to him. So a lot of things will be happening, and for you just to make sure that nothing passes you, make sure to join our community by subscribing, by liking this video and clicking the notification icon on. I'll meet you in the next one. Bye bye.